Welcome back to the Edgewater Avenue YouTube channel. Recently I released a new free pattern called the Becky top. Go check that out if you haven't already. And one of the main questions that came up from that video, and I've just seen this question come up a lot, is how to keep your strap channels looking neat. Sometimes with strap channels, whenever you slide the straps through, it can knock out the raw edges and extra threads and stuff. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 ways where you can tackle that. So to find these solutions, I used the search function in the Facebook group, and I just looked at the post history, and now I've narrowed it down to 3 ideas that I think work best. So first we're going to be working with the Dallas top, and the first solution that I found was sewing the outer corners of the top. You sew them down as a first step right after you finish cutting. And thank you to Kristen and Georgina for posting about this method. So here are my pieces. This is just after I finished cutting everything. I'm going to flip every piece so the wrong side is facing up. Then flip in each of the corners just slightly and pin them down. Now take a sewing machine and use a straight stitch to secure the corners into place. And now you can continue making the rest of the top like you normally would. For time's sake, I'm not going to include the full tutorial in these videos, but if you want to check those out, they are on the channel. So here's how that method turned out. This method definitely helps to achieve what we're trying to achieve. The raw edges and any sort of threads and stuff, they're nice and kept inside the top, even while you're sliding a strap through. The next solution I first found when I made the Sunny Bottoms pattern, which you'll notice the pattern has these little extra sections on the end. The idea here is once the garment is flipped to the right side, these extra channels will stay tucked in, even while a string is running through. So Cara in the Facebook group posted about this, and she actually took it one step further, and she sewed down the channeling. So to do this, I'm folding the extra channeling inwards, and then I'm going to use a straight stitch to tack down both ends. Do this with every strap channel opening. And I know it might not make a ton of sense why this works, but watch what happens when I string the strap through. It does make it a little bit trickier to get the straps through, but once you do, those raw edges are out of the way, they're not coming undone. The third solution is from Jasmine in the Facebook group, and for this one I'm using the Jolt top. She suggested top stitching 2 channels instead of just 1. This second channel would be on the bottom edge, which would further secure those raw edges into the channel. I'd say this one is the simplest solution because you don't have to go too far out of your way to get your raw edges tucked in. So those are the 3 methods that seem to be the most used. Personally, my favorite method was the first one. It was really easy and quick to do, but it still got the job done. However, I would say that method 2 was the most effective. So if you're really trying to get those raw edges out of sight, then method 2 would probably be the best for that. But regardless, I do hope you try all 3 methods. Each of them has their own benefits, and so depending on what style you're making, one method might work better than the other. If you have any more suggestions on how to keep strap channels looking neat, comment them below so that everybody can have this information in one place. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Trees will